Hi, I'm Bowling Otter.
And I'm Lissy Sandwich.
Welcome to the BS.
The Bowling Otter Show.
Okay, well, we recently went to Washington, D.C. for a little vacation.
We did, just a little something.
And it was a lot of fun. So we got some footage stuff and wanted to let you guys know what happened and what we did. Okay, well, the big reason we went to D.C. over the time is because it was over the 4th of July. Thought that might be a really cool place to be there, for July 4th.
Yeah, it was.
And there was a huge fireworks display, but we didn't quite make it there in time.
Well, we couldn't see it.
And we couldn't see anything anyway. It was really cloudy and foggy and... I remember my parents telling me they were watching on TV and they had to put stock footage on TV because you couldn't see anything.
Nobody could see anything.
Yeah.
And then not only that, the streets were all blocked off.
Yeah,
so
that's why it took us a long time to get there.
Yeah, it was like we were heading up to the area and we were trying to find somewhere to park, and we wound up having to walk a really long time. But we were able to see some of it. There was a lot of people in the same situation.
Yeah.
So eventually, at the big finale where they all go nuts.
Yeah, we got a chance to see that.
We got to stop and take a look and see that.
As little as you could see, it was mostly just illuminating clouds.
Yeah,
I know.
It's
these purple fuzzes and blue fuzzes, and you couldn't actually see the fireworks so well. But it was still pretty cool.
We could say we were there. After the fireworks were over, there were so many people that were trying to leave, and because we just got there, we decided to walk up to the Washington Monument anyway, and there were so many people.
Lots of people.
Wow. So, I mean, obviously we weren't the only ones that had this idea.
A weird thing is that there was no cell reception anywhere. No. I don't know if T-Mobile just has a dead spot there or something like that, or if they actually do.
I think it's a conspiracy.
Especially the areas with the Washington Mall.
Yeah. Wake up,
the National
people.
Mall, rather. Yeah.
They don't want to know who's there.
I think it's because the National Mall is such a huge tract of land, and they're not going to put a cell tower in the middle of it.
Yeah, but Lissy's trying to check the Doppler so that she can see if we're going to outrun a storm or not. And I couldn't get any reception, so I'm like, I think it's going to rain. I don't know. I know, it was so, archaic. How dare I not be able to see the radar?
How dare I not be able to see moment-to-moment weather updates on my phone that I carry on my person at all times? I think it was next day I went to the zoo, which was really cool. That was a good zoo. There were panda bears.
We saw
a baby panda bear.
We saw the baby. His name is Bebe.
Yeah, Bebe.
Bebe.
I know.
Hims was sleeping.
Really? Baby panda. What should we name him? Bebe.
I know.
Okay, I guess we can do that.
It was
so hot.
So hot.
It was in the upper 90s the whole time that we were there, and extremely humid, and very sunny. So the sun was beating down.
Oh my
You were
gosh.
a trooper because you're walking around. She's pregnant, and still trucking along in this weather, and we're dying.
They say
crazy.
you can make it through the zoo in about 4 hours.
Yeah.
And we left after about 2.5 to 3 because I was starting to get really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So I did my best.
Yeah.
I did my best.
You did great.
I drank a ton of water and
You did
everything.
great.
I think we only missed.
We got a good 2/3 of the zoo in.
Yeah.
There's.
Oh, we missed the cats.
Yeah, we missed the cats.
Yeah, which is a bummer.
That is a bummer.
Yeah, they were all the way in a corner that we weren't
Yeah,
near,
it was so out of the way.
Oh
it was so far away from where we parked.
Yeah,
So we knew if we got all the way out there, then we have to walk all the way back. And we have to draw a line somewhere with with what you're dealing
Sorry.
with. So.
With what you're dealing with.
What you're dealing with.
And then after we had dinner that night, we went to try and take some walks around the memorials. Now, if you don't know, these memorials are not close to one another.
I didn't know.
At all.
I did not know that.
And I was online, and when I was able to get reception,
at the
and
room,
they were
basically.
like, "Oh, you could just walk from here to here," and and holy monkey, it was far.
It was pretty crazy. We walked for a long time, and it was getting dark, which was
about
nice.
5 miles that
but
night.
But it was still really hot.
Yeah, it was.
So it was still muggy and humid.
At
and
least there
like
wasn't
that.
sun beating on
Yeah,
us.
that's true.
Which is very
But this was
helpful.
after we just walked around the zoo all day.
Yes.
So-
I think that day on our Fitbits we clogged clogged.
We clogged. We put on wooden moccasins.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I think that day I logged about 15,000 steps and everything just because we thought everything was close together. We wound up taking an Uber back to our car.
Yes.
But we went to the Jefferson Memorial, which was very nice, and there were some steps leading up. We walked down a really nice path to get there. Mm-hmm. And it was really pretty. And we got there right around sunset.
Yeah.
And it was nice.
It was cool. All right, then we walked out of there forever, but we got to the FDR Memorial, which was really quiet. It There's a lot of people walking around, but nobody was talking.
No, I know. It was like a walk-through memorial.
A lot of quotes.
Yeah, a lot of quotes. They had a little like alcove for Eleanor.
Yeah, it wasn't like a single structure. It was like a wall and like a couple turns and
yeah, it was
a lot of different
cool.
sections to it, and it went through his 3 terms. So
yeah,
really
yeah.
Cool.
Then we walked over to the Martin Luther King Memorial, which is I think the newest memorial that's there. I hadn't seen it yet, and we got there right at sunset, which was so pretty, and the
really
clouds
nice
were all pink, and I think we Instagrammed some pictures.
Okay, then we ended up at the World War II Memorial, which was really cool. It was like these series of pillars, one for each state.
Yeah, but there was also like Guam and American Samoa and those guys that helped.
Yeah, it was a lot of representation, which was really good. And my grandfather died in World War II, so we wanted to make sure we got a shot of Pennsylvania. And,
for his mother.
Yeah, for my mom.
Yeah.
And send that to her. So that was really cool to be able to go visit that and stop by.
Oh my gosh, at this point, we haven't even talked about the room we were in.
Yeah, the bed and breakfast.
Yes, we stayed in a bed and breakfast. We never stayed in a bed and breakfast before. And it was nice. I really liked it. It was in a house that was built like in the late or mid 1800s.
Yeah, it was 1800s.
Something like that. We're in this room that is amazing in this bed and breakfast.
Yeah, it's a really cool room. Check it out. This is our room. This is Il Duomo. It's got a name. Il Duomo.
I know.
And it's got this cool shower in here, which is pretty awesome. And it's insane mural.
Now, look at this.
Which is
we've been trying to
interesting mural.
These murals out this entire time because what's happening over here? These grandmothers?
Yeah, there's something.
What is this? Look at this. There's no door to the bathroom.
Yeah, there's no door.
So we have to keep like saying like I'm gonna.
All we got is like if you're taking a poop, you got a curtain. That's it.
That's it. It had like this huge bed. Like I'd go to sleep and then look over and Matt would be like 5 feet away. It was like this humongous bed.
I remember you like gearing up to jump up onto the bed.
Yeah, it was really high. It like came up to like here on me or whatever, and I needed like help. I needed like a rope or something to climb into this bed. I was like, let me in. So we're kind of like, I'm gonna go to the bathroom now and close the curtain.
The next day we went to the Holocaust Museum, which was crazy. It took a long time to go through.
Yeah.
And it was really thorough and really interesting because I knew about the Holocaust. I knew about World War II.
Yeah.
And how how the Holocaust happened and how World War II proceeded and ended. But I had not learned up to that point about the structure of Germany's government and how somebody like Hitler was able to get to power and how he did. How it happened. And I thought that was very interesting. And they told the whole story. I mean, there was like so many different tributes, but long narratives that explained exactly what happened. Yeah, a lot of reading, but a lot of fascinating reading.
We walked inside one of the train cars that they took people to concentration camps in. We saw
it was
piles
creepy
of
just
shoes.
to walk into one because immediately then you had this picture in your head of what it must have been like for this to be packed completely tight with these 2 little windows to get air from.
I felt like I couldn't breathe.
Yeah, and like it was empty, but it was crazy to be walking through it and be like, this is like one of the cars.
Yeah, it's horrific.
That's crazy.
They had like a door to one of the gas chambers.
Yeah.
And some of the canisters with some of the gas in it. And like it's one of those things like I was emotionally overloaded.
Yeah.
By the time we left.
Yeah.
Because it was so much information but most of all they were like personifying the people that were there. There was this wall that showed everybody who helped, and it's uplifting at the end.
It was nice at the end, yeah.
Yeah,
it was crazy for me. It was crazy for me to think about how that wasn't that long ago.
No.
Like I used to think about it when I was younger and learning about it in school and be like, that feels like forever ago. And I think about that was less than 100 years ago.
Yeah, you could talk to people now who are involved.
Yeah, that's crazy because it's one of the worst things like a human being has ever done.
Yeah.
Ever, and it just happened. It's super scary to think like we're really not that as far along as we think we are.
No,
I think as like a people.
Yeah.
There's still people that can do this sort of thing.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And capable of doing even more damage because our technology is advanced.
Yeah. Okay, then we did the American History Museum, which was really cool. A lot of like stuff from like pop culture over the life of the United States, which was really cool. A lot of stuff I saw that when I was little and stuff. Like I remember little devices that like were in the house.
Yeah.
Like in the kitchen thing and everything, which is really cool.
It's so cool. If you're able to go to any Smithsonian at all, I'd probably say to do that one because it's like Elmo's in there.
Yeah, and they had the workstation of the guy who made Pong.
Yeah,
which is the first.
Yeah, the whole workstation.
First portable video game. First video game.
Right.
Really, essentially.
Yeah.
Which is really great. Then we went to the Air and Space Museum, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Which is just kind of like
stuff in there.
It's another thing where you say like the Holocaust wasn't that long ago. Then on another other side of the coin, you look at the Air and Space Museum and like going to the moon and being in space travel, and that hasn't been for that long either.
Yeah.
It's just interesting perspective and stuff. Like these things are still happening right now. Like we're now, because we were talking about how like in another generation or so, it's not going to be that impressive to talk about going to the moon.
Yeah.
So everyone's going to be talking about going to Mars.
Right.
But it's crazy now when you think, just look at it and be like, somebody was walking on the moon.
Yeah.
I mean, it still blows my mind.
Yeah, it is mind-blowing. There was also a bathroom device that I kind of would like to figure out. It was like a little like bike horn that you pee into, like the space. I stared at that for a while. Space bathroom.
Trying to figure out how that would work.
Yeah, because there was a male one and a female one, and they kind of looked similar to me. I mean, I don't know how the logistics of that would work. I was staring at that for a little while. I was like, I don't know if I can pee in that.
And then we went to the American Indian Museum, which was pretty much brand new, right?
Yeah, very new. It was very sparse. There wasn't too much there, but it was still very interesting.
I thought it was weird that they called it the American Indian Museum.
Yeah.
Instead of the Native American Museum.
Yeah, especially for being new.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because
like, haven't we been over this?
Transitioned through that for a while. Yeah, we know like, they weren't.
Indians are different people.
Yeah, they're not. They weren't from India.
Yeah, but it was very interesting. It was very cool, and I'm glad it exists.
Yeah,
you know, it's really cool that it's there at all. Which,
yeah.
And I guess I expected there to be more there though for some reason.
Yeah.
But I guess they just don't have that much left.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And I know that, or they explained a lot about like the politics around the situation.
They told two sides of it. They told like the view from the Native Americans and the view from the Americans and from the Europeans.
Right.
And like that was really interesting to see how they got translated to either side. Yeah.
And then on our last night, we decided we wanted to go see the Lincoln Memorial, which is at the end of the reflecting pool. Yeah,
I had never been there.
Yeah,
you had, I think, right?
Right, I have, but we hadn't seen like the big reflecting pool view. You know, like at night and everything, and it was our last night, so we wanted to go and check that out. It was right after the Dallas shootings.
Yeah, that happened while we were there.
And the 2 shootings prior to that, so there were some protesters there, not too bad. We thought it might have been a little hairy, but it certainly wasn't hairy.
Well, we don't know what it looked like at Capitol Hill.
Yeah, we were trying. We were going to try and get in the Capitol, but you have to have like a reserved tour and all that kind of stuff. But we got some footage of it. We were like, there it is. The Lincoln Memorial. It's just so nice. It's got the Gettysburg Address on one side, and his second inaugural, I think, on the other side.
A huge statue.
Yeah. It's very like.
It's very godly.
Then we walked over to the Vietnam Memorial to get a good look at that because that's amazing. It has all the names. If you guys aren't familiar with it, Google it, look at it. We went at night, so unfortunately some of our footage is very good, and it wasn't very well lit at night. There were like little lights. A lot of people on the walk. Yeah, on the walk. A lot of people had their phones.
Yeah.
And like we're hearing conversations of people as we're walking around. We're seeing veterans, people
Everybody
looking
knew
for
somebody.
family members.
Yeah, it was just...
And it's something else to actually see the names there. That was pretty much it, and that was our vacation. We also went to some really nice dinners. We wanted to, before we have the baby, try and go to some more adult dinners that aren't so kid friendly because we might be stuck.
Get them out of the way for a little bit.
Yeah. So we wanted to go and get a little dressed up and have some nice dinners and all that stuff. We had some really good food.
Yeah.
There were really long days. It took us a couple days to recoup. Actually,
we went to one of the places that was on Diners, Drive-ins, and Dives.
Yeah, did you watch that show? The Carving Room.
Yeah, the Carving Room.
Yeah, we went to the Carving Room. It was so good.
Hadn't been to any place on that show, and I love that show.
Yeah, I know.
I hate Guy Fieri, but Guy Fieri.
Guy Fieri.
Guy Fieri.
I know.
Guy Fieri.
Yeah, his last name is Ferry. Isn't that something? Yeah.
Oh,
Fieri.
God. Yeah. That's why I hate that dude. But the show is great because I love the food on that show.
I know.
Okay, well, that's what we did in D.C. It's cool to be able to share that with you guys. Let us know in the comments if you've been to D.C. and if we did any, or if you did anything that we didn't and you would suggest that. What your favorite part of there was?
Absolutely. And it's a great town. If you could.
Yeah, it was cool. A lot of cool spots.
Yeah, if you get a chance to go there, absolutely go there because there's so much to do and there's so much more I think we could have done.
Yeah, definitely.
And I definitely could have stayed another couple days and gone all the way through. It was very, very cool.
Yeah, it was cool. Right away, we're actually going to go to the beach to take a more relaxing vacation, although I'm going to be working.
Yeah.
So it won't be a total vacation, but we'll be working at the beach, so that's cool to be working at the beach. We'll be doing some vlogs down there. We're probably there as you're watching this one, to be honest. And we'll get some more beach vlogs up for you guys while we're there.
Yeah, and you guys, I got a maternity bathing suit. I did it.
Yeah, she hasn't been looking forward to this.
No. Have you noticed that it's still been in the bag?
Yeah.
I haven't tried. I went to the store and they didn't have it in my size, so I had to go home and order it online, and it's still sitting in the UPS. I'm scared of it. I'm scared.
We're gonna try to have as many videos up for you guys while we're gone as possible.
Yeah, we're like doing a binge.
We're doing a lot right now.
Right now,
we gotta get a lot ahead of time.
Yeah.
But so hopefully you won't be left wanting.
Yes.
And if you like this video, please click like, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Start getting nervous here. Get a little nervous.
Okay.
Just a little.